this is Man-Made Mead. I am facing off two different meads today. One is my own, one is a commercial mead. Now, the two meads that are being put against each other are both watermelon meads. I have my own watermelon mead that I made basically over the summer. And then I have a watermelon mead from Redstone Meadery. I picked this up when I was in Minneapolis, and I got it home, and I've had it for a long time, and I want to try it. The thing I love about Redstone, they've just got a great quality mead. It's very they've got a good blanket honey flavor. Every single mead I've tried from them has a very, very solid amount of honey character as well as whatever flavor they've tried. I've tried their juniper berry. I've tried their, what's the other one? Is it blackberry? No, I can't remember now. Anyways, they're also carbonated, which is a fun test. Both of these are carbonated. Mine's carbonated, this one is as well. So I'm gonna face them off. Just a little information about theirs first, called Watermelon Nectar Honey Wine with natural flavors. It's a mellow mel, process, blah, blah, blah. Serving temperature, serve cold, And they don't have a lot of information on here. It's gluten-free. This one is pretty light though, comparative to mine. This is 8% alcohol by volume. Mine is also watermelon mead that I used Amaretti natural flavors with, or they're like the smaller, I think I've shown you before. This one's heavier. This is 16%. This is twice the ABV. So that's kind of interesting. Both are carbonated. So I'm gonna open up theirs first. Yeah, there we go. Little pop. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour into this glass right here. This will be the Redstone Meadery. You get a nice little amount of carbonation there, looking good. We're gonna go ahead and pour mine out a little bit as well, so we can compare colors. I've always wanted to do something like this. I thought it'd be kind of fun. So they're both cold. They're very different colors. That also depends on the honey. My honey was the avocado blossom. It was naturally very dark. Theirs is probably a light clover or something like that. So you can see that the color difference is huge between them. And mine, the carbonation is definitely a little stronger in this. You can kind of see that there are bubbles. This is definitely carbonated. It is just not as carbonated. I guarantee you they did not bottle carbonate. They probably went ahead and force carbonated, which I wish I could do, but I can't yet. Getting smells. Mine, you get this pretty strong watermelon flavor, kind of the middle of the watermelon flavor. Not as super sweet, but you also get a little bit of that honey character, which is nice. I'm getting like a little bit of like a peach and an apple smell to it for some reason. It's kind of interesting. Let's smell theirs. Whoa, that's way lighter. Definitely also get a peach and not so much apple. I kind of like a pear taste or smell too. A little bit of watermelon. It's almost a different part of the watermelon smell. Definitely a lighter mead. Not as strong of a honey character. Interesting. I'm gonna try theirs first. Ooh, that's refreshing though. Very, very light. The carbonation is very nice. You get more honey character when you actually, take a drink. The watermelon flavor is not as strong, like in your face. That doesn't mean it's bad necessarily. I'm hesitant to say that I would call this watermelon had I not read the label, which I think is okay. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to not have a extremely strong watermelon flavor. I do know in my own personal mead, when I was making this, I wanted that flavor to be just super prominent because I feel like summertime is just kind of in your face, almost like a shandy. Shandy in that you get shandy or a cider. You want that flavor there. It's still good. Just a very light watermelon flavor. I would say that It's definitely like a clover, a very light clover honey. I do like the character of the honey. It's different than the previous ones I've tried. All the other Redstone Meadery stuff I've tried, the honey's had a different kind of warmth to it. This is not as warm of a honey character flavor, I should say, which is okay. Let's go ahead and try mine. We'll kind of side by side. So I get a little more, right off the bat, a little more yeasty flavor in this because I had bottle carbonated it, which means that I relied on my yeast to continue to ferment and provide that, the carbonation. That causes some yeast flavor to be there. Not as heavy of a carbonation. You definitely just get a light amount in the beginning, and then as the, after the first couple seconds, that carbonation kind of is gone, where this has more carbonation to it. The watermelon flavor is not as strong as when you actually smell it. Like, I smell more watermelon than I do taste. It kind of has a like a sizer feel to it, where you take your, if you've never made one before, take apple juice and your wine, or excuse me, your water, apple juice, honey, and your yeast, not water, and then you make a sizer. So it kind of has a sizer taste to it. This one, I feel like the difference between mine and theirs, like if I could smash them together into one and have the stronger flavor of a watermelon, the stronger watermelon character there, while also keeping the carbonation that they have of this, that would be really, really nice. I like the honey character they got. I feel like my honey character gets a little bit overtaken by the amount of watermelon, so that could be a little downfall. You do want, when making a mead, to still have the honey character and flavor there, because if you don't, you kind of run into issues of, are you making mead at that point, or are you making like a cider? And so I wish I had a little more of that flavor in here. So overall, this mead's really good, and I'm comparing them because I think it's fun to try to compare these things. I've never made a watermelon mead till this one. This is my first try, and obviously they have made a good enough recipe that they can continue to make it. So I would say that they're making a great product, and it's almost more summertime than my own. Mine, I feel like is summertime, but it's a difference between in summer, like if you're grabbing a drink at 3 p.m. as opposed to grabbing a drink at like 10. If I'm gonna grab a drink at 3 p.m., I'm gonna grab something like this during the summer that's a little lighter, just kind of easier to drink. Now, if I'm drinking at 10 o'clock at night, I might grab something a little heavier like this and kind of finish off my night. So both are good. I do like theirs. I like a lot of aspects that they have put into their mead, and they continue to put out great products. So I highly recommend you try Redstone Meadery if you've never tried it before. It's a great, great company, and they put a lot of good stuff. And one huge perk is, if you buy their mead, as with anything else, you can save their bottles. If you're a mead maker, save your bottles. This bottle, every one of my Redstone Meadery bottles I've bought, I always save, and I put new stuff in it, because these are high quality. You can get the labels off super easily, and then you have a pretty large bottle. At a price point, I can't remember how much this was, maybe $15, $20, something like that. You get quite a lot of mead, so it's pretty good, and obviously I'm not really selling my mead, so I can't promote a price. But I would say if you've never made a watermelon mead, try it. It's super interesting. It is a new challenge. I would love to know how they incorporated watermelon flavoring. If they did the same thing as me and add like the amaretti flavoring, or what they did. Everything we do in mead making has its own challenges and has multiple methods to get there. So I'd love to figure out what they did. But check this out. Check out Redstone Meadery. I hope you'll try their stuff, because I've certainly enjoyed it, and I think you will enjoy it too. And then continue to watch my videos, watch my other things. I'm going to do more mead review stuff. These are mainly just to kind of help expose you to other meads. a lot of the time we don't know what's out there because there's so much beer, wine, and liquors in general, and even meads, that it's kind of nice to have somebody say, hey, try this one. Or sometimes I have a mead and I go, ooh, it's not very great, don't try that. But hopefully I'm pointing you in directions to try some new stuff. Check out my other links down below. I've got some more mead reviews. I've got some informational videos about mead making. I've got lots of content that is hopefully entertaining, but hopefully helping you learn some stuff about mead making. There's also some other things like a Patreon where you can get exclusive access to content that you don't see on YouTube. You can also get early access to content. I do giveaways. I actually am about to tomorrow, which won't be tomorrow for when this video goes out, give away some stuff. So that's for my patrons. You have to be a patron to get that. I'm going to do more content over there. So if you want to support me, if you want to possibly win some stuff, go check out the Patreon. Then I have a Society 6 for t-shirts and whatnot, a Facebook page where we can talk about mead making, and then a website. I just got a ton of links down below, and everything you do supports me. Overall, the most important one is to like and subscribe. So like this video, let me know that you liked it, and of course subscribe for more, but just leave your comments down below. And I would love to know what you think about this mead. Maybe you've tried it, maybe you have some ideas for mead making. I know I can definitely learn from you guys too. So with that, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. It's really fun to get to try and do this, try new meads and make more meads, and hope you will make some yourself and tell your friends about making mead. With that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and cheers.